New domestic violence unit to help cops respond to the more than 200,000 calls that they get every single year.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and the statistics show 10 million men and women nationwide are impacted, and that amounts to 20 people every minute.
Yeah, 1 in 4 women and 1 in 9 men experience domestic violence, and sometimes the cases, as we know, can be deadly.
In 2023, there were 73 domestic violence homicides in New York City. One organization is helping the NYPD on the front lines of this fight. And this morning, we're joined by the founder of We All Really Matter, otherwise known as W.A.R.M, based in Harlem, Stephanie McGraw, and she's joined by a survivor, Stephanie Green. Good morning, ladies. Thank you so much for being here.
Morning.
Good morning.
We appreciate having you here this morning. It's important to continue to talk about this. We're glad to have you here October, but we want to talk about it all year round.
Absolutely.
Now,
Thank
Stephanie,
you for having us.
I know that you're a survivor of domestic violence, not only in the family, but in the community. You've been working closely with the NYPD's new domestic violence unit
Absolutely.
to try and address this scourge. Talk to us about that.
Yes, thank you. You know, it's so important that we keep on talking about this issue because it is so deadly and women are dying every single day. But the work that we do with NYPD, it is a unit that was created very unique, and we are the critical response team. So sometimes, you know, at 9 o'clock at night, there is a domestic violence issue, and the police have to get women and children out expeditiously. Yeah. They bring them directly to our center, and we offer safety, and we offer clothes, and we offer them
because
a
they're
sense
often
of
leaving with absolutely nothing.
Absolutely
nothing.
nothing.
No money, no possessions, nothing, because when it's that critical, they have to go in that moment.
That's right, and you have to just sometimes just get out with your life because everything else you can get. You can get more clothes and more shoes and a nice pair of socks, but you can't get a new life.
But of course, as mothers, we think about all of these things when it comes to caring for our children and
Absolutely.
our families. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can you talk a little bit about your story?
Absolutely. So I am a domestic violence survivor, and I am a client of W.A.R.M's. I have been a client since 2021, and their services have provided all of the financial stipends needed, where I was basically left alone, having left my ex-husband and our 4 children. We didn't have many of our belongings, as you stated, and W.A.R.M ensured that we had blankets, we had linens. We also received legal services in regards to my situation, because I needed as much support as I could.
And that was in the moment, right?
Yes.
Can you talk about the experience in the days, months, and years beyond?
Yes. So my life has improved drastically, thank goodness, through the support of W.A.R.M. And I also volunteer at their Love on the Block that they have for our communities. But
what a terrific way to give back, right? You need to give forward and give around you when you're in this, and also for people to see that you survived.
Exactly.
You came out on the other side. A lot of times it gives people the courage to be able to take that step in the moment that you were talking about as well.
Yes. And it has been something, as Stephanie has said, in vocalizing the things that I've gone through, because it is a tough topic to express to people, especially strangers. But there are always times when we are with our community, and we may hear stories in regards to someone getting physical in the home, and just knowing that there is a space and place of safety makes a difference, because had I known that, I probably would have left a lot sooner.
Somebody's popular here with their phone. Somebody's got a lot of messages coming in. Someone sees you on TV right now talking about this important cause.
I guess so.
It's okay, it's okay. Stephanie, let me talk to you, because domestic violence numbers are often underreported, right? And that's why the awareness and the campaigns are so important. So how do you change that?
How do we change that? By what we're doing here now, talking about it, exposing it. Because what it is, it's a crime, not a shame. But we live in a world where shame is something you don't want to talk about. So because I lived it, because I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and I knew in my Harlem community, I didn't see any lived experience. I didn't see women of color talking about it, because it was like, what happens in the house. We were taught that as
Stays
children.
in the house.
Right. So
and
how
you
we
hear oftentimes
yes.
this is, I don't want to get involved in somebody else's business.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
But we still need to shift that mindset to say that we are all responsible for each other's safety and health and well-being.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's how we shift that stigma, because that's what it is, right? And the work that we have been doing in Harlem, you know, we just opened up the first ever holistic center, because 15 years ago, I didn't even know anything about a therapist, you know, because they said, what happens in the house, stay in the house.
Right.
We don't talk about nothing. And I didn't know about acupuncture, and I didn't know anything about cranial
Sacral therapy.
Sacral therapy.
Yeah.
I was
It's
clueless
amazing.
about those things. So now we get to offer that to women that have deep trauma, because we know the issues are stored deeply in the tissues. So we get to offer that to women that live in communities that were never even exposed to this kind of healing. So we're just so grateful.
To do all of that, you need donations and funding and things, so on and so forth, right? So you're having a number of events to raise some of that money.
Yes, we had one last night, very successful. 15 years ago, I gave birth to W.A.R.M. I've never had any biological children, but I've had this spiritual child that was a very painful time in my life. But the pain was bringing forth this amazing domestic violence organization that have helped thousands of women around the city.
Who come back to volunteer.
Yes, exactly.
Talk about how the community showed up at the gala last night and what this is going to mean for the community when you get these funds in.
That's right. Thank you so much. You know, it was a beautiful fundraiser to celebrate the work and to celebrate the dedication and to celebrate women that have an opportunity to we have an opportunity now to expand the work, right? So we can't do this work without the funding. You know, often people say to me, oh, Stephanie, you're doing God's work. Well, God works, need money. That's true. So, you know. So
listen, whether you pass the basket in church or you do it at a gala,
that's
the
right.
basket must be passed.
That's
and it needs
right.
to be filled.
Absolutely. So it was a successful event. We did raise funding, so we'll be able to continue our program. I gave birth to a school. We have a school. We also have what you call a store where women can come and shop. Everything is free. But the school helps offer an opportunity for women to break the recidivism. So we teach them about building their self-esteem, their self-worth, and understanding that love should never hurt.
This is something that we definitely don't want to pass domestic violence on to the next generation.
That's right. Right.
Here.
Because it's a learned experience, because I've seen it in my household. And I didn't attract what I wanted. I attract what I saw. Right. So I had to start doing internal work on myself.
Thank you both for coming in to talk about this.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Keep us posted. Continued success. And if you or anyone you know need help with domestic violence, you can call the city's 24-hour domestic violence hotline right there on your screen, okay? 1-800-621-HOPE, which is 1-800-621-4673. There's also another event with W.A.R.M this weekend that's on your screen right there. The Purple Table Talk will link you to our website on Pix11.com.